Welcome back to AutoRe. In today's session, we'll be concluding our journey into Hugging Face, and we'll be covering the last 2 points of the 10-point review that I carried out about 5 or 6 days ago. So today we'll be looking at the support community within Hugging Face and the future of AI within the Hugging Face, and what Hugging Face, the role Hugging Face could probably perform in the future. So to begin with, if we look at the support within this page, if you go to the home page, you can go to the Posts tab, and within the Post tab, you'd see that there are multiple posts. Would you like to chat with Grok, Anthropic, OpenAI, Cohere models? And these are posts from other community members. It's interesting that it's a question that it's posing. So I imagine that it's the person or the organization that made this post have a solution, and they're trying to get people to either use that solution or the like. So let's look at this one. Has a thumbs up. What's the screen? Yeah, so this one's a chat model. I imagine that these researchers have uploaded onto Hugging Face. So if you come in here and you're trying to use this model and you're struggling, or there are issues you have, you just post a question here, and that response will go straight back to Taylor658. So this is a sort of environment that Hugging Face fosters with regards to AI and machine learning. So that's what makes this a really useful platform, that as you're learning and using other people's models and solutions that have been released, you can write to the creators of the models and ask questions, and they'll be sure to help you. Then, not forgetting the Spaces environment, where you have so many applications that you can go in and just play around with, and Hugging Face provides the environment for you to play around and not having to create your own infrastructure to run the model in order to understand how things work. So Spaces is quite good. That's a new experience I had whilst going through this entire process. I'm not quite sure what this one is about. I just clicked the first thing that was on the Spaces page. But you can see, I'm just moving my mouse around. This seems interesting. Okay, so it says say something. All right, was it say something or just write something? Okay. Just a question, what are you up to? Okay, so that's popped up with this character here. Okay, is anyone going to respond? Do I need to click on the scientist? Anyway, so I digress a bit. The whole idea of this video really is for us to look at the support mechanisms that are in place, and for us to conclude our journey into Hugging Face. So if I go back to Spaces, and so the next thing I wanted us to talk about is the future of AI and Hugging Face's role. Now, you can see from the Spaces page that many people are creating different applications, AI-based applications, and they're being hosted on this platform free of charge in many cases. And it just means that anyone that has an idea and is prepared to do the work can create an application, put it on here, post about it, and hope that it catches. And there's over 8,000 different spaces on here. Not all are very good, but many are quite good and provide surprising results. So I believe that Hugging Face has a major role to play, in that it's able to host so many models. They would also be getting some insights into what works and what doesn't work based on the fact that they're hosting all of these models. And then people don't need to worry about the infrastructure that will host their space or how they can distribute whatever application they've created. I expect that to continue. If we go to models as well, you can see there are over 709,000 models, and they're increasing all the time. This Llama 3 is Meta's model, and you just have to search for Llama 3, and you can see that there are hundreds of other models that have been created off of that Llama 3. So open source is leading to other open source. So this is very useful for researchers, developers, and people who are just enthusiasts in the AI space. And Hugging Face is going to continue to be that, and they will continue to make it available for people who don't have the financial nous nor the educational nous in order to create something from scratch. But you can come on here, there's a community to support you, and you've got the models or a place to host your models free of charge. And the final one is datasets. Datasets tend to be another big bugbear for a lot of AI developers. Now, we've got hundreds of datasets that you can use to train or fine-tune any one of these pre-trained models. So the resources are there. The central location is very helpful and very useful, and it'll be, I think, if you want to make some serious inroads into AI, I don't think you can afford to ignore what Hugging Face is providing. So that brings us to the end of the Hugging Face learning. We'll probably come back to this another time later, maybe do something a bit more technical. But for now, I think I've introduced us to this portal and this solution, and I'm definitely going to be using this going forward. Now, I hope you've been inspired to try and come into this space yourself and to get your hands dirty. It is not as scary as it looks. It is actually very, very easy. Nobody's judging you. Ask questions. It's very likely that any question you have has been asked by somebody else, so you may see the answers to your questions on the platform already. So that's it for now. That's it for this video. In my next video, I'll be going into another area of AI called RAG, and that's retrieval augmented generation. And it is a massive minefield right now, and there's a lot of popularity around that, and there's a lot of clients within the real estate industry and other industries in the legal industry that are deploying RAG solutions using different RAG techniques. And the techniques are changing all the time, but we'll learn a bit more about RAG in the next video. So until next time, keep winning.